Hello ladies and gents, this is Jamie Little Tallulah and I am here to do a video for the 3 die kill kit collaboration. And in this collaboration, the point is of course to use items from the kit that we created using our stash. And then, as the title implies, you have to use at least 3 different dies on your projects. So you can't use the same die and use it 3 times. You have to use 3 different ones. So a flower and an apple and a cupcake. All right. So I cannot show you the dies that I use because I put them all up, but I can show you which paper pad I use. And I have so much stuff out here on my desk. So if you see an avalanche start to happen, I'm sorry about that. You know, it just came in from Tuesday morning, so that's all up there. Excuse me. So I use this DCWV Bahama Mama, and I got this from Michael's as one of those hot buys. And I really liked the dark. You guys know I'm not into pink, so I wasn't too much worried about the little pink pineapples and the pink flamingos. Now hot pink I like because it's sassy color. It's not like, hi, I'm a little girly girl. I've never been a girly girl. Not at all. All right, so that's the paper pad, and what I created was an envelope junk journal. I will try to remember to put around here somewhere or in the description box the tutorial, because I have a tutorial that shows you how to do an envelope, to create an envelope, and I also have a tutorial that shows you how to create an envelope junk journal. Okay, so I used this paper. I loved the birds in the black. Okay, so I just love that, and I wanted that to be on the cover, so I kind of had to finagle it a little bit to get it on the cover instead of on the, you know, where it was on the paper and so forth. So I got it to be on the cover, and this isn't the envelope that I created, and you can actually tell if you hold it this way. Okay, so you can see where this would have been the flap on the inside, but I went ahead and pulled it to the back and bring that color from here over to this side. So you can't actually use this. Well, I suppose you could, but I'm not going to actually use it as an envelope. But the good thing about doing an envelope junk journal is that if you actually do use it as an envelope, you have an extra you have a pocket in here. But it also gives you double strength of paper, so it's better. Now I'll go back and seal this. I have to get some more, I don't use Mod Podge, I use Collage Podge to seal it though. Okay, that just makes it more durable. And then on the inside, here's one die I use. That's that Daretobecreative die. So I put that together in this little relax, and I believe this is 5x7. Let me see if I can do it real quick. 5x7. Yep, it's a 5x7. You could also do this with your traveler's notebooks. So make a traveler's notebook using the envelope. And it's, I mean, basically this could be, you just stick it in your traveler's notebook and it would be your inserts, right? I used the cut up parts here to create a pocket and then a tag in the pocket. And there's a little piece. If you remember I'll try to remember to put a link or the video at the end of my embossy punch bunch where I showed you these, cut them out of recycled plastic, then use alcohol inks. And so all I did was take 2 of those that were in that stash that I cut, and I stapled them on here. I love this peach color and how it pops that flower. Made this little pocket and then a wood grain page here, and then this little pineapple. This is recycled paper. It was packaging from Prima. I'd used a Daretobecreative die, so that's 2 dies already. A Daretobecreative die, embossed it, alcohol inked it, because you can't, you know, it's not going to work if you don't put alcohol ink. So there's this tag, hot pink with the lines. Then this is actually one of the cut aparts used as a pocket, and then I took a piece of paper and stuck it in here. You know, folded it in half, stuck it in here like that, and then if you get it in there right, the pineapple will hold it all down. I love it. Wood grain is very beachy to me. Some regular paper, some other paper, lined paper, There's that foil paper again, that die. So we're up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different dies. There's another one of those flowers from that plastic. And once again, I just stapled it on there. And I didn't use the Tim Holtz tiny attacher. I used a freaking stapler. I just think it's so funny. Tim Holtz. Just because it says Tim Holtz, people wig out about it. It's a stapler. Another die. And then I took another one of those pieces that I did previously in a tag, alcohol inked it, stapled it on, used one of those. More paper. So that's 6 dies, I think. 7 dies would be the Doris Flamingo. More cut aparts. There's that die. And I loved this paper as well. This piece here, oh, loved it. Put another one of those pineapples made from packaging from Prima. And then I used the dies. So if you want to create some corners or some pockets, you can layer up your dies. So it's actually 3 dies glued down here on the edges and then left open at the top. So look, it now creates a pocket. So boop, boop, boop. Fabulous, isn't it? Love it. There's all kinds of ways that you can make pockets and tuck spots and loveliness like that. Excuse me. I took one of the cut aparts and I just folded it in half to make a little booklet. And then this was a piece of leftover. That paper again. So we're going to have all these things from the other side show up on this side now. And it's only one signature. There's another one of those flowers. I love that. I need to do it again. I will say this though. Remember that when you're using these in your pieces and your projects, try to put the side down that you use the alcohol marker on. Because if for some reason you get alcohol marker on it again, it'll wipe the color off. Also, another thing, another tip you might want to be aware of. I don't know if it is all chalk markers, but I know that Chalkola markers, that if you wipe those over alcohol ink, it will take the alcohol ink off. So just be aware of that if you use chalk markers. Another tag. This is one of the cut aparts. Put in there. There you see one of those pineapple reclaimed pieces from the Prima paper. Tag. The line paper. Another flower stapled on. I need to do more of this. I love this. This is actually that Tim Holtz, no, Brenda Walton succulent die. Fabulous. Somebody asked me in a comment, I need to get that glue off. Somebody asked me in a comment, can you use thin dies, wafer dies to cut the plastic? And this is what I will say about that. This is another one of those where I use the leaves. And I put the tag in before I let it dry all the way, but there you go. So you can use the die cuts. And then there's the end, that thing. Now, excuse me, another tip. Somebody asked me if you could use thin metal dies to cut plastic. And this is what I will say. You can do it if you have a machine that has lots of pressure, like the Gemini, and if you use a metal shim, and you have to pick the plastic. You have to pick the plastic very well. It's going to be a trial and error because a lot of this plastic that they use for packaging is thick. So they just, what it ends up doing is cutting the impression in almost like it embossed it and not necessarily cut through it. So it's better if you have a steel ruled die. What I would probably suggest is see if you could find some, instead of packaging, because it's meant to be durable, see if you can find some thinner acetate, which you'd have to go buy it, but if you could find some thinner acetate, maybe the thin die will cut that better. Alright, thanks for watching, and check out the other ladies in the 3-die Kit. And if you are interested in the links, I'll try to put them below or somewhere on the screen. Thanks for watching. See you next time.